Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today the group is out. One might have arrived, one couldn't, would have probably only be able to do a very short stream, and someone is just completely gone. So instead of forcing some multiplayer game, I decided let's make it a little bit more chill. Let's make it a little bit more easy. And there are some new demos out because, some new games got announced or, re-announced. And one of them is a new park management sim in the Mars Attacks universe called Mars Attracts, which is one hell of a pun. And humans are the attraction. So what can I say? But let's just look into it and see what is on the horizon. I mean, the park management genre has, at least in my opinion, struggling a little bit. Like, I loved those games when I was young, but none of the newer ones have ever really grabbed me, which is a shame. I really like Roller Coaster Tycoon, So, yeah. And it seems we have at least four scenarios, so well. Those are great pictures. I just kind of want to see what comes up next. Red X was a good one, by the way. Oh well. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far so... Okay, we go on to this one again. Amenities. I mean... Yes. Let's put it where people are. Where Martians can see it. And all its glory. Okay. Oh, sounds like a good place. Okay. So, but yeah, it's a bit of a more of a relaxed time here. Okay. I mean, we're feeding ancient Romans with a throw. What do we want? Oh, there we go. There we go, so you can actually see the Roman. Probably put it like here. A bit away. I mean, I guess. Honestly, that's a... There we go. It's a bit... Okay. Okay. That is very classic. Okay. Janitor, guardhouse, security, okay. Yes, the research center is already there. Okay, then I guess let's actually start building more stuff here. Place 5 benches for guests, sell 20 drinks. Well, that is doable. Let me guess. Benches are... cryopods. Okay. Relays decorate. Yeah. I think we can just make it like this. I did that once. So that's actually a thing I did back in the day a lot with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Just have like a main path And then always 2 and then connect. And 2 connect, stuff like that. And I think we should probably start putting up trash cans. Ah, okay. Okay, I see how it's done here. Adapting a bit, I guess. Guess then we can actually put up some more walls. Perfect. Have those a bit more on the back this time. Okay. So I can really check a lot of that to trap comfort. Okay. Forgot to place amenities for the actual relevant people. Okay. go. Okay, so. There we go. Roman's allowed to shower and exercise because, you know, pinnacle of human civilizations and all that. They don't get to sleep though. There we go, that's much better. Yeah. Okay, so how do I get... Okay. Okay. So I guess time to put down a power generator now. Obviously somewhere people don't see it because that's that. Okay. And now so I need another one. Okay, more waiting. Look at them little. Hi bots and bye bots. That's all puns, right? Oh, we have 69 research at least. Nice. So, I probably should think about other amenities. I mean, you only have one hunger and okay. There seems to be a pile up here. Or this seems to be waiting for the toilet, right? Huh. go. But now let's wait for another amenity first, because I think we should probably put more stuff down where they spend money. And then we're probably a bit better set up for the rest. Like, I don't know what strategies are doable. I mean, apparently, okay, it seems at least you can't actually adjust what you sell in food stalls, which it was always very funny in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So, here's the thing. Okay, I have to say, I do not know if this is true, but this was like talked about, and I did it a lot of times, and it seemed to work at least. At least I think it should be something that should be done. So, the thing in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was, you could actually adjust how many condiments go onto the food. So it didn't just sell burgers, for example. You could be like, oh yeah, there are extra condiments and stuff. There was a little trick though. So aside from the fact that you wanted a lot of food stalls, because people really love buying food stuff in Roller Coaster Tycoon RTC3. RTC3. RTC3 is something else, I think. But the thing is, if you made the fries or the food generally more salty, the people in the park became more thirsty. So they also bought more drinks. You see where I'm going? Yeah, so it's an interesting thing, because I feel like that was always like one of those fine-tuned things that you had to think about. Even though it wasn't like the biggest impact. But I genuinely like this idea of, you had to do some, you should do some underhanded tricks to actually, make more money. And people were then like, yeah, well, the food was salty, but then they bought bigger drinks, and it's like, yes, give me money. But I mean, also one of the main things you wanted in a park, especially if you were in scenarios, and it was basically a very, very evil trick. CDAI wasn't... Okay. Park AI, like, to just program AI, I know this is hard. Hard as fucking shit. And Roller Coaster Tycoon really tried a lot of stuff. Like, that's impressively... They try to do a lot. So, which just led to very, very funny exploits, actually. Because the thing is, you could basically build a park in the classic way, as in, you pay up front, and then people can use the rides, and you make usually just money off the food stalls. Or you make entrance to the park free, and people have to pay for the rides. Now take a wild guess what was, if you set it up right, way more profitable. Yeah. So, people are not visiting the park in the campaign mode. Step number 1, make the park entry free. So at this point, your park is just getting filled up with a lot of people. You don't actually need to manage that much, because even if you had like in a scenario the base amenities, a lot of people were just starting to just pay for stuff. The main thing, at least in RCT3, that you needed to be aware of is place down ATM machines. because people could run out of money. But if they could get back money, well, then they stayed. And then they've spent more money. Which is... yeah, I don't even have a lot to say about that anymore. It's just very, very funny. Because, let's just be real here. We all have seen pictures of, you know, Mr. Bones' wild ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, because it's a good joke, but it's also kind of a hellhole that you could have made in RCT3, because imagine you're stuck in you're going to a park, and the moment you want to leave, you pass by an ATM machine, because the main thing why you want to leave is, I don't have money anymore. And then intrinsically, your brain's like, wait, but I can get some money now again to buy stuff and go back on the rides. And so they just kept doing that and kept doing that, and you kept making money. Yeah, it was a whole thing. God. RCT3 was one hell of a game, actually. What does stand on there? I can't read it. Oh, it's just a barcode thing. Okay. Oh well. It's been a bit of a slow week. So, hopefully everyone else had a good time and it wasn't too bad with everything. I know, just, you know, the general vibe of the world right now is, oh god, everything is bad. I mean, sometimes it gets a bit better, I guess, depending on where you are. I kinda wish there were a few more screams, but maybe those are still coming. Okay, so I definitely need a janitor now that I realize that. You know what? Fuck it. I will put at least 2 on. Because the better the trash cans are be dealt with, okay. Also a thing, I wonder actually, are you going to puke? That's a good question. Can Martians puke? Okay. I mean, I did that, so... Perfect. Then let's build some more rights. And I need money first. Okay, obviously. Let's give them here some free space on this end. So we still need to wait a bit here. Okay, I guess we have the money now, so let's actually get some more things down and extend the paths. Oh. Yeah, now I need to wait for money again. Damn it. I'm always going over my budget. Maybe I should have put it sideways. That probably would have been better. Oh well. I need money again. Okay, let's see. Still another wait for money. Yeah, I mean, the thing is just, I do wonder how, if we get to roller coasters later, because, like, one of the things about, I think, most park sims is that people are like, okay, can we do roller coasters? It was always a great part, even though, you know, it was not the thing, the stuff that made you money. Okay, it got people into the park. It wasn't the main money maker, though. Which is very interesting, actually, to think about that, how close they actually got that feeling. Okay, so we need more power. There we go. And obviously time to build more generators again. I should probably just unlock the big one. Probably. Okay, make money. Come on. Ah, there. Okay, money go up faster. Oh yeah. Okay, just 2 speeds basically. Time to wait a bit more. And now we're putting down another one. Just in case. Okay, observation post power. That sounds unsafe. Just saying, like... Oh yeah. Just have a trash compactor right in the park. Martians can be trusted with trash, I guess. Okay. 3 unique rights, that's okay. Another observation post. Let's do this one in why not here? Let me guess it's is this because wait. Can't place it anywhere. It's because there's already a tower in here. Okay, first of all, we need another ride though. Slap another one down. Yes, come here. So, by the way, we're probably gonna just put down a new cage down here. And then, I mean, probably another Roman one or so. Go. Okay, so I suppose this is actually because, you know, I don't know if this stood anywhere. This is why I'm just looking if I can only have. Okay, one observation post per enclosure. That probably means we should build another one, but it also makes me a bit makes me wonder a bit, like, how should I put it? You could have. Okay, so that's. Oh. Time to wait for money again. Even that. I see the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 influences. Well, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 also with the balloons. I see them. Okay, time to wait for money. Well, that's it then. There we go. Okay. Obviously it needs power and stuff. We will take care of that later. First of all, this has to look nice. Let's see. Yes, you have to walk all over here to shit. The bath is right in the middle. I mean, I did unlock the bath already, so... I feel like there's a bit of overlap. So... I mean, that one would... Let's wait for that. Now, a few more people are, a few more Martians are coming over here anyway, so hopefully we can research a bit more rights to put in the middle. So, you know, they get in, they go over here to see more humans, and then they do the rights, and that gives us money. This is the green one. Okay, let's see. Should get a fountain. We are very nice. And we need to wait for the amphitheater. Okay. Now. Oh, it actually is kind of big, so... Let's pull electricity over from here. And water as well. And let me guess, we need more electricity again. Okay, yeah, you really run out of electricity very, very fast, so I do actually wonder if it wouldn't be just like smart to just be like, okay, you know, the main one just generates 200. It would definitely make it a little less, just less waiting time, you know, because it is what it is right now. I'm just waiting to get the large one because, yeah, it's not much more expensive, just expensive to unlock, and that is waiting. So, and still need more money. How are they called? Do we? I mean, is this Martian bucks, or how is the money called? That's a big question now. I could start paying off the loan. Hey, Gadget Patch, how are you doing? Kind of still waiting here. I probably should just makes money, so just more. Just a few more generators, and everything works again. So, do you still need power, or what do you need? Oh yeah, staff. Pretty good. Oh, hope the day wasn't too hard. I mean, it's nice. It's a bit simple so far. It's actually better, so you know, this one. Okay, I'm just trying to get the hang of it. I'm like, you know, I mean, I played these games earlier. I'm still like a bit like I see the influences, but I'm like, yeah, you feel a bit that this is still demo. Now I do need some more humans. I'm a bit sad that I can't put down Egyptians though. Like Romans and Americans, yeah, sure, but like Egyptians, they were wild. Okay, I have researched a human trap. Oh. Okay, there we go. And now a new one, definitely. Shock therapy disintegration. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, let's do this one. See how shock therapy looks like. I mean, I think the stuff that is a bit more weird to me is like, oh, you know, they get fried with electricity and you don't hear anything. Like, probably is coming, but it still feels a bit off, you know. Oh, yeah, also, I know this is probably a very, very specific me problem. So, like, when I tap out, as you can see, the game pauses, which is, like, probably, I don't know if it's intentional, if I can change that. It's borderless window right now, so... Because I have a dual monitor setup, and, you know, when streaming, I usually sometimes tap out, do some stuff like, you know, moderation of the chat and such. And it's always like a thing when, you know, when the game stops or the music stops playing, especially when the music stops playing, it's like, just keep up the illusion that I'm, you know, still there for the second that I'm gone. Yeah, again, that is just a minor grievance, but, like, you know, it's the whole, you know, you do something on there and then the game pauses, or, you know, it goes silent. It's like, It's like one of those things where I'm like, you could make it toggleable. I mean, some games have that. Borderlands has it, actually. I saw that in the settings. But yeah, it's... Again, this is just a very personal grievance. No worries. Honestly, I still try to get the hang of it. I just see some stuff, like, for example, I was able to build traps. Like, we have them here. And... yeah, okay, now they're... visible, but, like, I can already build them, which is like that will be fixed. I can when it comes to balancing, I can definitely say one thing that feels a bit off is the fact that the small power generators feel a little bit like they feel a bit unnecessary in the current form. Like, this isn't like, you know, oh, biggest thing. It's just, you know, they produce like 50 energy, and that's like used up so much, so it's like, oh, you spam them. I think the idea is that you should spam them a lot, but, like, I'm currently just did it. I just saved up money so I can buy the big ones, because if I just have to wait to get a better one, I just will wait, you know? And I can probably just slap down one right now, because 2 more energy. Okay, time to build another trap. And I suppose one that is actually unlocked now. So, food. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Let's get the stupid humans to think there's food. Haha. Delightfully devilish. It's usually one of those things, like, Oh, there we go. A good thing I did some stuff here. Let's see. Is the tiny Roman coming? Yes. No. Damn it. I should probably get more humans. But they're expensive. I mean, I'd say one of the things you could do is, like, obviously, you know, just put the bigger power generators behind research. So it's like, you know, either you just have to do with the smaller stuff, or, and this could just be a case of, you know, that the farther away from an because right now we'll probably just place all my energy in this corner, and if there was, like, the ability to build a wall, I would build it. Like, everything in terms of amenities there, no one can see them, done. I would say, you know, if they have a longer time, like, you know, if power degrades the farther it goes away, it's like, either build, you know, relay stations, or you can just build more smaller power grids. That would be a thing. Or, you know, the very obvious one of if the more you decentralize, the less it's prone to power outages, but, you know, you need to build more decentralized. Okay, now we have money, more humans. There we go. Sits in the path tube. Okay, research. I probably should go for that one later, but first of all we need more rights so we can actually make a bit more money. Yeah, let's do this one. Insufficient humans and scientists. Okay, you know what? Then let's get more humans. There we go. And hire another scientist. Also, you really went all out with the Martian puns. It's just sometimes a bit hard to then discern between them. Okay, can we get another? No, we need to wait. How are you doing otherwise? Hope everything is going well. Okay, 2-star park rating. How do we get a better park rating? Oh well, probably just more rides, that's the answer. Yeah, that's, like, you know, a pun is sometimes just, it's sometimes interesting, but then you're like, yeah. Oh. Did he just get his fucking brain scrambled? Damn. Oh, I mean, honestly, foggy and rainy is very, very nice. It's actually very nice weather, in my opinion. Like, okay, I shouldn't say too much. I'm one of those people that willingly moved to Hamburg, which is the foggy and rainy capital of Germany. Okay, it's also the queerest city in all of Germany, but that's a different thing. Like, yeah. It's just like, it's just like, you want to live here. It's like a very special kind. Yeah, it's, like, the thing is, like, we're literally like the leftist capital of the country here, so it's not that, you know, there are other regions where I'm like, I will always say when people are like, you know, I can only speak for Germany, for example, because there's usually a thing what I notice when, you know, especially Americans talk about Europe, they're like, oh, the Europeans, you know, they don't want to notice their racism or something. And like, here's the thing. When you move to Germany, there are some places, even rural ones, yeah, they're very chill and leftist, and you probably won't have a problem. Like, there's a whole genre of, if you would just say genre, they get a lot of YouTube videos of black immigrants who are like, yeah, I don't need to fear the police here, which is a weird feeling. And like, like, not to say the police is good here, it's just, you know, less bad. A lot less bad. But yeah, like, at least here it's, you know, we, like, when something happens, we have, like, a lot of protests. Like, one of the big ones recently, I went there. Maybe you saw the pictures. It was, like, the city, like, the place, it was just full with people protesting against neo-Nazis. And it was also just foggy and cold as fuck. Like, my fingers were cold. It was not nice. Okay, we need, I think we have 2 people in here. There we go. I think now we can do the research in here with disintegration. Nice. Nice. 100 concurrent guests. The new Roman enclosure definitely helped. And there's up, up and down, up and down. Yeah. You know what would actually be a really good addition? And I know this might sound like a meme for everyone who's been on this channel, but trains. This is the nice one. I still will figure out what I will do to this one. This is more like, you know, I set them up and like, okay, there's stuff. Let's see. But like, the thing is, I don't know if you played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but in the second expansion, you were also able to basically build zoos. Yeah, the thing is, you were able to build zoos, and one of the features that I really loved was, you were able to build rides that was, you know, it was a train that goes around parks, so it actually transported people around, but they were actually able to go through the enclosures. So it was more of a, you know, the visitors can actually, you know, went through and were like, ooh, we're so close, we don't need to look from the outside. It's a small thing, you know. I'm like, there's a lot of probably technical stuff to go into making a game like this, and now that it's just like, it would probably be interesting if you can have, you know, not just like, oh, the enclosure is that, and you place things in the enclosure, but like, you know, at least a few things go in and out of the enclosure, like. God, go! Not one stream stops ends, and I will not. Like, was there ever a stream where I didn't mention trains in some form?
I think so.
Yeah, this channel is very train focused. I like trains. Okay. I mean, hey, I could go on how trains are superior, and people, especially in sci-fi, are just like, oh, we're like in the future. Why would we need trains? Because trains are better. Like, here's the thing: you have big spaceships, okay, and people are like, oh, but what if we no? If you have big spaceships, like really giant haulers, the smartest thing to do to actually efficiently transport goods in and out of them would be to allow trains to drive into them, you know, like ferries as we have them today, so you can actually stack them and then they're already organized on that, like cargo's already organized on the train, and when it arrives on another planet, it can just dock onto the train network again, and the trains can just drive off, which is way smarter to organize. And they can already go directly to destination they're supposed to. I should stop with the train rambling. Okay, more stuff. Also, a bit weird that you have like rest and comfort and it's the same right now, but there's a bunch of stuff where I'm like, yeah, this is probably just chalked up to. That might change. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Galaxy Express 999. I have not actually, no. Currently we are a bit on a... Yeah, I kind of expected that. Like, trust me, I'm not someone who's like, oh no, this isn't fit. Like, I know there are weirdo people out there who are like, oh, this game doesn't have that and that yet, and it's like, it's about space race. I will look it up. That is actually very nice of you. We're soon done with what. Okay, this is actually one of those series that Agonia has watched already, and I haven't. I've just seen like 2 episodes back in the day. So we're currently watching Digimon Savers, and it's good. It's really good. So we're like, I'm just like, oh, okay. But I did not expect that. There we go. Maybe we just put some decorations up here. Okay, honestly, the Digimon Adventure is great. Like, but I do not know about the American version a lot, because like yours got heavily censored. Just on that note, like, this is one thing I will always say when people are like, oh hey, why do people like Digimon Adventure? And it's always something where I'm like, well, here's the thing. In America, you got a lot of, it was heavily edited because, it's a children's show, and whoops, that doesn't fit into children's shows. Let's change that. And also, the Digimon rap sucks. Sorry. Meanwhile, we actually got a really good adaptation, because it's basically just 1-to-1 with really good voice acting, and yeah, and in Germany it got really big. So like, Digimon Adventure was one hell of a big phenomenon here. Like, this was equally to Pokemon at some point in time. So the Digimon movie was just especially a slap in the face for us, which happens, I guess. But then again, Fox just had to ruin it and was like, no, slap Angelina Anaconda into that. That will just go over so well with everyone. Let's do it there. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. What I really hate about the fact is that at the end, like during the 90s, especially in the early 2000s, I think the worst part that happened is the fact that American companies generally went and were like, oh no, we need, we need to have global rights. And I cannot tell you how bad that it was for a lot of other countries, because, as I said before, a lot of anime beforehand were licensed directly in Germany. So we actually got a lot of we got a lot of uncensored stuff here. Like, let me just put it like this: Ranma cracked a lot more eggs here, a lot more eggs, because it was just like, it was just Booba on TV. We had so many. There are so many uncensored Boobas on TV, on German TV. It's kind of crazy in that regard. So yeah, that was one thing, and also they made really high quality, localized dubs here. Like, Digimon Adventure had really good dubs and great openings. Actually, I mean, let's put it like this: it was a Japanese opening, but the vocals were sung by someone who is now working in a metal band, a successful metal band. And that says a lot, I would say. So they had quality. They had a lot of quality, actually. Yeah. And yeah, the big problem was then just... Oh. I suppose this will be replaced with Axe in the future. Okay, so that was it. That is definitely a glimpse. Ooh, nice. I can't click it away. I kind of wish I could just keep building a little bit more, but I can't. Maybe if that button was supposed to work, I don't know. But yeah, it was really good. Then a lot of shows. Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's just susceptible. You're like, look at me, you could click me. Honestly, I'd say that it has potential. Like, it is definitely a glimpse. I'm like, I cannot even, like, when I sit here and be like, I think you are onto a good idea here, though. Like, your whole team, because I know there's some stuff where I would say probably not in any way doable for the initial release, and like I totally will acknowledge that. Like, for example, I mean, it didn't even work well in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 back then, but like one interesting thing they had was that they wanted you to actually make natural enclosures, because in a lot of modern zoos, you don't have the wall with a viewing window anymore. You have you usually have like a bit of a water way, not a water, like a water ditch, and people look in, because it's supposed to be a much more natural and would probably also be interesting, but I know this is like fucking hard to make, so yeah, no pressure here. It's just, I can't really say much more than, oh, this is a neat concept. I generally like the idea that you have to torture humans. Okay, here's the thing. What would be interesting is that, because right now the tortures feels more like an animation and not really anything. Might be that there is permanence coming. I don't know. Again, I can't say a lot. It's just what would be interesting is like, when we're trying to work on the closures, have errors and styles that people expect and get upset, confused without. Yeah. It's just like, if it's just a static wall around everything, it's. I mean, this is an evil park, I know, and the evil parks beforehand were that as well, but just one thing. It's just here's the thing. I don't know how hard it is, but like, you know, zoos usually have some favorite animals, and it would kind of be interesting if, you know, there's a whole, you know, thing developing with that would be that actually would be a good idea to camouflage it a bit more. Yes. Oh, also, here's the thing. I know this is like just a very, very me problem again. Putting benches and trash cans like on their own tile. I know why it's done. It's just, again, I refer back to Roller Coaster Tycoon because, like, I don't think any park management sim can escape that one. Like, what should I reference instead? Theme Park? Who has played that? Even though it was a frog wreck. I know Theme Park. I shouldn't shit on Theme Park, but, like, yeah. It's just benches were on the side of the streets, meaning you could actually put decorations behind them, so they didn't take up that much space. It's just one idea. What else? What did I do? Oh yeah, like, again, there are some favorite animals. It would probably be more interesting if you had like a bit more of a choice in terms of research. Like, for example, you know, aliens like some being tortured, but like maybe if some torture would actually end them, but like, you know, if you have a favorite human, you could you could sell merchandise with them, and then they're like, yay. But if you then use but then you could be like, oh hey, you could unlock special stuff. That's got me thinking about aquariums with shows featuring favorite animals too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shows with that. Like, for example, there's aquariums. I mean, we have a seal rescue station up here, and they also usually, you know, they have feeding shows because they're like, I mean, there are a few seals they can't release into the wilderness, and, you know, they're very cute, and so they're like, you know, we show people how they're fed, and, you know, they play with them, you know, for stimulation, because seals are very intelligent and playful animals, so they do need some stimulation. Very cute, actually. I absolutely adore them. Also, I've been to a French zoo once, and they had a bird show. Okay, I mean, bird shows, yeah, generally, you know, when you're with falconries, they usually do that. But like, they had one with parrots, because parrots are great. And there was like one parrot who like instantly went and was like, I want to, you know, he had like little roller skates. I was like, I want to ride roller skates. It's very cute. Oh god, animals are great. Yeah, it's like it was just like, you know, favorite animals shows. I feel like that's actually an interesting angle to have, but also like, I think an interesting thing at the end would be like you could unlock like special stuff or like especially good rides if you'd actually sacrifice a favorite human. So it's like, oh hey, you actually, you know, there was a, you know, it pops up, you know, randomly, and some sticks out, and then the game is, and then you're like, wow, I can make money off this guy or girl or them. And you're like, okay, favorite, but then it's like, do you want to kill them and potentially gain something really well, but potentially upset people? Like, you would basically create space haramba for some Martians, because they're like, we liked them, we didn't like wanted them to die during the torture. I actually thought of that, because it was like, oh, disintegration, so like, oh, you kill them off, and like, it's like, oh, so you just throw humans into the meat grinder and then like, okay, no, they just get just disintegrated. It's like, it's just an idea because, you know, I mean, that's the thing, you know. I know people are always like, oh, hard choices are good. No, you need to have a good payoff for a hard choice. So you like, you know, you stick to something like, okay, do you want to sacrifice something for a potential big gain? Oh, that's actually yes. You know, if we're thinking about, you know, if we're thinking about, you know, animal shows, a gladiatorial arena would generally be interesting. Like, you know, what would also be interesting because there you could actually foster the idea of how much do they know each other. Like, okay, I don't know. Again, I don't know how hard it is, but it's more like, you know, if, you know, humans are in the same enclosure, they have like a friendship bond. So if they fight each other, they don't really fight hard. But if you put humans from different enclosures against each other, they're like, oh, I don't know that guy, I can kill him. So they get more bloody, it gets more bloody, and potentially they can die. So, you know, ups and downs. How cruel do you want to be? Yeah, don't go to this channel for wholesome advice. My ideas can be unhinged. I mean, yeah. I mean, it actually fits so well to the whole idea of, you know, this idea of, you know, I mean, the humans want to break out, obviously, especially if they realize they are, you know, in an enclosure and there are Martians around them. But also, like, I'm one who pitched feeding humans grain out of a throat just for. I mean, it's interesting. I would just say one thing about the throw. While it's actually kind of interesting, I would say the animations should be a little more staggered. Like, right now it's like, oh, there's a throw, and they kneel down like pigs, and ha ha ha, this is funny. But what I would do probably is more often, if they're new to enclosure, they would just, you know, weirdly try to get the feed out because they're like, I need, you know, I am hungry, I need food, but how the fuck am I supposed to use that? But the longer they are in an enclosure, you know, that is off, you know, there are throws, you know, there's the Martian wheel, the less they, the more they stop to being human, you know, then they actually go to the throw and sit down and stuff, because at that point they're just like, who cares? I'm just living here. You know, the gradual degradation into just, fuck it, I'm eating like a pig now. Yeah. I mean, shit. You know, I actually feel like I don't know how much I should actually say, because like I'm like, you know, it's an idea and my brain goes farther and it's like, oh yeah, no problem. I still need to think about what I might tack on next. So I usually have some time. Think about that. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I will look, see how this develops, and then, you know, if there's a new demo and stuff, and there's something to significantly change and stuff, I will. Yeah, I will look at it again. I have some time for streams, you know, and I think like indie games, they should generally get a bit more attention. I know. I've talked to a bunch of indie games. Like, I mean, there's literally an indie dev on my Discord server, which I got there because I talked about public transportation. It's like later this year, though. Oh yeah, that's gonna be interesting then. But yeah, I know exposure, streaming stuff, that's all important. So, you know, I do my part where I can. But yeah. I wish you all the best with this. It's a good basis. Like, I know we have like, I know there aren't a lot of evil park simulators. It's just, you know, oh well, let's put it like this. As I said before, in Roller Coaster Tycoon, you could do some evil shit, but like, I kind of wish there were more games that leaned into stuff like, oh, you make the food more salty, so they're like, that food is salty, I don't like that, but then they buy more drinks, and then you have to keep their mood up with other things, so, you know, run it, like running a park, you know, not just evil stuff happening in the park, but also just running the park like a little bit more underhanded, just like, yeah, you use the tricks of the business. I kind of like that idea, you know? Yeah, otherwise, God, I need an idea. So we have like at least 1 more hour to fill. Any ideas? I mean, you're in Caves of Kut, sorry. Should I just be very, very boring and put in... Should I just be very boring and put in Shooty Bang Bang again? Oof, could do that. The question is just, which one, actually? Oh, okay. What is that reaction for? Let's go to the main menu. Converts into Twitch face. Yeah, that is always stupid. It's like, oh look, we convert your. No, I want my emoji to be purely out of you know, letters and other things. Thank you very much. I don't need any conversation. Like, no. I use text emoji for a reason. Yeah, they're just better. You know, that's the thing. I don't know. It's like, I mean, honestly, the emoji game has gotten better, and there's stuff. Molly says hello. Oh hey, say hello to Molly for me. I mean, but yeah, that's the thing, you know, I generally think most emojis, just as letters and such, are better, period. I mean, the standard emoji game has gotten better, like, I think eyes emoji is good, and thinking emoji, very good. You can't really do that with letters, but the rest, no. Like, punctuations, D, just, or an O, that's all I need. Leave me be. I don't need the new shit. Yeah, fuck. You know what? Let's do the good old thing. Why do I have dice beside me? Because I'm a TTRPG gremlin and hoarder, that's why. That's a good old thing, you know? It's like, oh, what can I slot in? Probably some Shooty Bang Bang, or... I don't know if people have interest in, like, doing Helldivers. We could do that. I probably won't do Monster Hunter today, because... there's just not a lot to do right now. It would literally just me be grinding tempered monsters to get to Hunter rank 100, and I do not want to. It's just... yeah. So yeah, Shooty Bang Bang. The thing is... do I stream a little bit more of the Battlefield event, or Delta Force? So I guess we say even, Battlefield, odd, Delta Force, and then we have 1 more hour to talk about shit like Humble Bundle being extremely tone deaf. Holy shit, I saw that today and I was just like, no one checked that. That was bad. And that's, I guess, on Battlefield. Oh, okay, So the thing is, they currently have they have some new bundles up. Okay, it really is just extreme tone deafness, but like it is baffling to me that no one has pointed it out. Because they have a bundle about female heroines / female protagonists. A thing I think is good, you know? I don't have a problem with the general concept, or, you know, that's like, you know, games like Control get being pushed into more people's faces. I generally like Control. I wrote fan fictions about that game, and I still am like, wow, that really got me doing that. Anyway, but there's Beyond Two Souls in the bundle. No, who looked at that and was like, oh yeah, that's a game we should put in. Like, even if you wanted a game from Sony, just pick any of. Okay, it's not even from Sony anymore. I think the license went back to. Just don't put that game in there. It's just okay. The thing about Beyond Two Souls, it's aside from it being just like not a good game, but that's not a problem. So the main protagonist is based on a real person, Elliot Page. Also, that game had that character was made under like. Oh no, it gets worse. It gets worse. You know, David Cage, who, no, it wasn't David Cage, was David Cage? The guy who makes those games, like, really pressured him to do a lot of uncomfortable things. And he was like, no, don't put that in the game. I do not want that because, you know, obviously. And he did it anyway. So, yeah, creepy shit and stuff. And it's like, Humble, it's like, maybe don't put that in a bundle about female protagonists. It's like, it's very tone deaf, is what I'm saying. It's just, wow. You see what I mean? That's that and the general just situation of the world, I guess. It's very bad. It's like, it's just a big yikes. I was like, and I know a lot of people just don't make that connection, apparently. Like, a lot of people, I know there were some people who were generally shocked to hear, like, oh, wait. Like, you know, about Elliot Page, and like, they were like, wait, that's the same person? Yeah, it is. Just, yeah, it's just, it was just uncomfortable beforehand, you know, anyway, and now it's like, you sit there and be like, nah, you just... God. It's just a big yikes. Anyway, okay, so yeah, everyone, just saying goodbye for now. I might have to start making dinner. Oh yeah, no worries. I mean, yeah, it's a lot later here, but like, I mean, those are my streaming hours. Usually this stream is Victoria 3 with people, and it goes way into the night, but not this weekend, not this week. So yeah, I mean, my streaming schedule is a bit weird because I have just a lot of people tuning in from around the world. So like, I guess that's the best I can do. But yeah. It's generally pretty fun. I mean, we also talk a lot about the, you know, depressing politics, but we also talk about trains a lot. So that's that. Yeah. And if you're interested for the rest, on Sunday, at least right now, it's usually some horror stuff. Right now it's Castlevania, so not that much horror, but you know, it's spooky. we're playing Borderlands on Wednesday, so that's actually kind of neat. So yeah, Mass Effect. Big potential. I like what I see. I'm generally looking forward to, early access, the next demo, whatever comes first. Yeah. See you all around. Don't go away. I will just end the stream as usual to just have a nice cut in the VOD, and then we're just gonna shoot some robots. So yeah. See you all in a minute.